EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop ball in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Hey, 50, hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Touchdown! Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, here's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins have come back to make it a 2-point game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers, and his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game during the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Eluding the pressure right. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. It's a room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have cut the lead back down to 2. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to send it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and back into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because it really...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Javon Holland.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Tua going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the 31, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to put it on here in the 4th. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expected.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tua. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Tua to throw again. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Tua going to try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Charles